Hello witches and warlocks, and welcome back to my channel. So nice to see you again. So it is that time finally of this month for me to do my witch casket unboxing for January. Now this is very late, and the reason it's late is because due to Brexit in the United Kingdom. Obviously, if you haven't followed it, if you're in the in America and you don't know much about it, it's quite a confusing thing. Basically, it sums up to the fact that we left Europe as a country, so we're now technically, I guess, standalone. I don't know much about it myself. It's very confusing. However, we are no longer part of Europe as a whole. We used to be part of a big united European nation, which consisted of many countries, and we are no longer part of that as a whole. However, because of this, due to regulations from, I think it was January the 1st, we had to, companies that were shipping from abroad had to change their ways of working and the ways that they came across. And there was a huge, massive, big deal where lots of lorries were contained and stopped from going across the border. On top of that, obviously due to coronavirus, what happened was that the UK finally shut its borders, which meant no coming and going from different countries, which really put a big thing on getting stuff delivered to the UK. But only briefly, and I do believe it's all sorted now, and I think we're all organised around what's happening. As far as I know, I don't really follow it that much. However, because of that, Witch Casket were waiting for things to be delivered to the UK, and it got held up big time. So so I decided to do my Witch Casket boxing the moment it arrived, which is today. So that's what I'm all going to do. So enough of all the politics nonsense. Let's get on to actually what I've been looking forward to all month, because it's literally like the day. This is like, well, as you'll know, this is the day before the last day of January, so it came just in time for January's casket unboxing. So for those out there who've never got Witch Casket before, and trust me, some of the people out there haven't, because I still get to this day people who contact me on my channel and ask me about what boxes are the best to get, or recently I had one who asked me, never done anything before, never got a box before, was new to the craft and wondered what the best one was for newbies. So I advised him that Witch Casket would be the best one for him, purely because I honestly think this is probably the easiest one to follow, the most branded, and one that's the most regular, and the one that's not gonna confuse him the most. So anyway, so if you've never done it, it's a subscription box with witchy goodies inside. Again, you don't have to be a pagan or Wiccan to be a witch. Anybody can be a witch. And obviously vice versa, you don't have to be a witch if you're a pagan, and you don't have to be a witch if you are Wiccan. So yes, so this basically tools and stuff that relate to the witchcraft side of things. It's very well packaged, because if you are in the broom closet and you are not known to any of your family, or no one knows in your community that you are a witch or you're practicing witchcraft, then this is a good thing to have, because it comes in this little blue bag, which is, by the way, compostable, so you can actually, it biodegrades, so it's not going to affect the universe. You can chuck it in the bin and it's perfectly fine. Once you take off the bag, it comes just like this, and it's Witch Casket. It's in a black box. It's almost marbled effect, grey. It comes with a little lock thing on here, and other than that, it's about the size of a shoebox, an adult shoe. So let's have a look inside. You always get the first look. Now, if you have a look on the front there, you'll see all of the ways of social media you can contact Witch Casket, which is Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's on there if you want to have a look. Also, their email address if you want to actually get Witch Casket yourself. Now, inside the box comes just like this. It's a bit bright in here, so it's a bit hard to see, but it's actually got Witch Casket written all on the inside. And then it looks just like this. So today is, this month's is black and white by the looks of things. So it's all themed. So yeah, so I'm going to put this down here on the floor. And let's go through the box. So the first thing, you get this little booklet that has the theme on the front, which is cool, because most boxes you get a sheet of paper and it will be the theme of the box and then what's in the box. This way you know the theme of the box without having to look inside for the content. However, I know Witch Casket well enough to know. This one is January 21, and it's protection thumb. So this is the first one of the year, January's one. And inside, I know Witch Casket enough to know that the first part is basically the introduction from the girls who run the box. So, hello on our behalf, Witch Casket crew here. We are already into 2021. January's casket is all about protection. Something which is so important to us as we practice our craft and go about our daily lives. Please read through the pamphlet so you can familiarize yourself with the content. So that's basically just letting you know all about what's inside the box. With this year's up and coming caskets, we have so many excellent things coming up. In the meantime, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Also, please be sure to tag any social media posts and etc. etc. All our love and positive energies being sent out to you all as we wish you a perfect magical 2021. Until the next time, be well, Deb and Ella. And they basically are the people that run the Witch Casket, and they've been very busy, bless them. I feel really bad for them this month because they've really had a lot to deal with. And they really wanted this box to go out, and they've never really been late on their boxes. I think I've only ever known them to be late once, and it was very rare thing. This is probably the latest they've ever been. So they're probably stressing out because I know that the girls really do take a lot of pride in this box. So this on the back featured highlights, and it basically is just their last box, which is correspondence. One of their last boxes, which is correspondence, basically to say what was in the last box. So that's all that. I won't read out what's the contents because I like to be surprised. For those who've never watched my video before, basically I like to do a blind unboxing. I don't know what's in this box. It's the first time I've opened it. I've not seen anything in this box, so I like to be surprised. So the first thing we've got is we always used to tend to get an art print. And it's usually has been in the past by Tea Cake Art. That's changed recently, and they tend to be trying different people and different outlets. This one basically says Witch's Brew, which is quite cool. That's quite a nice one. It's got like little magical things coming off it and little ghosty things. And it's a witch's hand. It says Witch's Brew. Yeah, it's quite cool. Quite cute. I've got loads of them now. Let's see what else we've got in here. Okay. So this one we always get a spell kit, or a charm bag of some sort, and this is this one, and this one is a protection pendant ritual. It contains everything you need to carry protection with you. I couldn't see the letter carry protection with you. So we'll have a look at that in just a bit. Now, I know through emails and stuff like that from Debonella that we've got a free gift in here as well. So I think this is the one. It's an intention pad, so mote it be. So this was a free gift from Debonella for January, and you put your intention on here, and you can either bury it in the ground, and as it goes into compost, your intention or the spell or what you want out of life manifests, and it takes a while. So I would suggest, if, like, say for instance, giving up smoking or something like that, I would suggest maybe burying it, because obviously, as we know, giving up smoking isn't a snap thing. It takes time. So burying in it just helps. You can also put spells on here or intent on here and do a fire spell using a candle by setting it on fire. But be very careful if you're going to do that. Make sure you get permission from the person who owns the house and you do it very safely. But yeah, so there's lots of stuff you can do with that. So I think this is the free gift, if I remember rightly. So thank you very much, Debonella. It's very nice. Then we have this. Okay. So it's, by the looks of things, looks to be like an altar cloth of some sort. Very pretty. Got love hearts on it. Center flower. It could be a tarot cloth or an altar cloth. I mean, it's quite pretty. And to be honest with you, I'm sorting out my altar at the moment. So yeah, quite cool. With pentacle on there. Very nice. Okay, so we got a little patch on here. So this one, by the looks of it, is an iron-on patch. It's a pentacle iron-on patch. So all you have to do is just put it whatever you want to put it on. Suggest maybe putting some paper over the top of some sort. Some grease through paper, and then just iron it on, and it sticks to whatever you want to stick it to. Nice and easy, which is what I like to see. With Witch Casket, we always get a tea as well. So this one is a Witch Casket Digestive Blue Loose Leaf Tea. Digestive loose leaf tea. So I'm assuming that either means digestive as in it's good for your digestive system, or it tastes like digestive biscuits. I don't know. Either way, it's quite good. So that's digestive. I'm assuming it's good for your stomach, good for your belly, which is good for me because I have IBS, which is a bloody nightmare. Excuse my swearing. But yeah, it is a bloody nightmare. And I have the worst heartburn most days, worst indigestion, so it's might actually help me. Okay, so we always get a pin badge as well. And it's no different. This one is a pentacle one. It's swirly pentacle. And it always comes on a nice, decent card. It's enamel pin. So it makes sense. It's a protection box that we'd have the pentacle, which is obviously the biggest protection symbol out there. So yeah, little protection pin, which is handy to have. Okay, so we've got a little baggie in here, black baggie, and it's quite a big one. And we'll have a look inside. It's got a candle. Okay. It's a strange candle. I've never seen not seen a candle like this before. Apart from when I was a kid and on the Power Rangers and the Green Ranger's powers were taken away using a green candle. It looks similar to this. So yeah, it's ridged, which is why I've never seen anything like this before. We've never had anything like this. But it's weird because it's like a grey, I think. It's hard to tell in this light, but I think it's grey. A grey candle. I've never seen a grey one before. So let's have a look on the little card. It comes with a little card to explain. So it's a soy pillar candle, okay? Represents balance and stability in your magical space. Grey, it is grey. Candles help with complex decisions and compromise. Well, that's one I've never heard of before, which is good. And that'd be good to know to add to my Book of Shadows. A grey candle correspondence, because I don't think I've had the grey one before. Okay, it's nice to know that we, for a long while, got incense in our box, and then for a while we didn't get any incense in our box. But it's nice to see that it's now a stable thing. It's coming back. Oh, ooh, that smells nice, really nice. So it's Super Hit, which we've had before. It's Sanford, which is quite a well-known company for incense. I'm trying to look to see if I can find what it is, if there is anything that tells me what scent this is. I can't seem to find anything that does. Magchumpa, I think. By the looks of things, very little writing. Nagchumpa, yeah, it is. Nagchumpa. Yeah, so no, it's a lovely smell. It's weird. One end smells quite soapy, but this one you start getting the smell. Like, it just reminds me of occult shops, like when you go into like New Age shops and you smell normal incense. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Again, incense to me always has a soapy smell to it. So that one's incense. Another thing, I love incense. I burn it all the time, which is cool. Okay, now we've got a little baggie here. Black velvet baggie with a pentacle on. And we'll have a look what's inside. Okay, ooh. Oh, it's a stone. It's a protection stone. So, protection says on it. I don't think there's anything inside to tell me what. It just basically, I don't know if it's a certain stone. Could be black obsidian. I don't know. Protection stone. What else you got in here? Okay, I think there's only two more things in here. So we usually get a stone of the month, and that must be our stone of the month, the protection stone. So we got this little thing here. There's a little black box. Now I did see this on their website, but I don't know what's inside. And it says on it, auto card display. Okay. It's a bit hard to open. I don't really want to damage it. But it's not making it easy to open. Ooh, come on. Yeah, it's not going to open without ripping it. Sorry guys. But for this to open, it's going to have to come out the box. Right, here we go. So, so it's got the moon cycles on it. Cycles of the moon. So, I'm assuming it says, right, let's have a look on here. Oh, it's a tarot altar oracle cards are often used to represent intention and our magical space. Enhance your altar by present a card of the day with which casket enhance altar card display. Oh, nice. So basically, if you have an oracle card, or you do like myself, a tarot of the day or an oracle card of the day, you can put it in here and display it on your altar for the day, or if it's for the month or whenever. So yeah, so it's a card holder. It's got like a little slip here. You see, it's got the phases of the moon. That's quite cool. That's cute. That's something I've not had before. Which is the good thing about Witch Casket, is that you get stuff that you've never had before. Like I've heard of people putting like altar cards like on their thing. Like I have another box that I get, and with them they send you a display card that you can put on your altar. So like for instance, depends on what holiday you're celebrating. So like in bulk, which is coming soon, Yule, or anything like that, you can just put it on your display and use that little card holder to display it, so it's always on your altar for that month. Now the last thing in this box is our scroll. We always get a scroll, and it's basically for your Book of Shadows, and it's got a little sticker on it with a pentacle, and these are usually quite difficult to get undone. This one seems to be coming off okay, I hope. Just got to take it nice and slowly. Yeah, it's not too bad. Actually, it's the best one I've ever done. So this one will be Magical Protection Aids. So basically it's just different things you can use for protection, like crystals, herbs, candles, pentacle, which we know, and black salt, and describes it all. It's just like a correspondence page really for protection. So if you need to know how to protect, if you want to read it, I'll put it close and you can have a read. Pause the video, maybe have a little read. So that's your scroll, and then we've got our little kit here. So it's a protection pendant ritual. Now this is new because we never had a pendant ritual before. I've had like different rituals, like spell kits. I've had bag kits, like I think we've even had a jar before in the past. So yeah, so it has a little card in here. That's quite pretty. Little card in here tells you all about the spell. Ooh. So it's got a pendant with a crystal inside, and I'm assuming you put that crystal inside the pendant, and it's got a black candle, which is very well known for protection. So it's a protection pendant. Inside you'll have a black spell candle, which is there, a crystal cage, a clear quartz and crystal cage, and a card. Okay, I don't think there's a card in here that I can see, unless this is the card that it means, with the thing on the back. So let's have a look. I'm going to just quickly read it. Yeah, so I think this is the card they mean. And a bowl of clean drinking water. So I think this is the card they're on about. But I'll have a little read anyway. But to show you this, I've actually got one of these, and I actually bought it from Witch Casket, I do believe, if I remember rightly. And it came with an array of different things. It's a little bit tangled at the moment, but I will sort that. That's not a problem. And then you got a little clear quartz to go inside. So yeah, so that's the little kit. So you get the little cage pendant and the quartz crystal. You got your phoenix card thing and your black spell candle, and that's your little kit. Now the cool thing is about Witch Casket is they do tend to give you everything you need for the spell kit and ritual. You don't have to add any like separate things that you don't already have in the house. So for instance, all you need is water, which everyone's got. You got your scroll here. I'll go through the list to make sure we've got everything that we need. So, the first thing is the card display, just like that. We have a pentacle altar cloth. So we have our little pentacle altar cloth. Witch Casket exclusive. Grey short altar with a represents the elements, of course, in the magical space with the Orient Pentacle altar cloth. Which is that one. So we've got the altar cloth. We got the black agate protection. It was a black agate. Black. Oh no, I said. What did I say it was? Black obsidian. It wasn't. It's a black agate. I thought it was black obsidian. They are very similar. Black agate protection palm stone. So you can hold that. Protection palm stone to imbue with protective properties of the black agate. Black agate protects from forces of darkness, banishes bad dreams. That's always cool. Dispels fear and encourages confidence, courage. Palmstone can be used for crystal healing, meditation, can be carried with you or placed on your altar or around your home, which is always good. And I'm thinking I might keep this by my door to my room, which is where it might stay. For protection, pentacle patch. So pentacle patch, that's an iron-on one, which is always good for protection. Enamel pin, which is that one. Yep, we got the enamel pin. Magical protection scroll. Yep, we got that one. We got protection pendant kit. Yes, we will already put that back in the box. We've got the incense sticks. Incense sticks has been used for centuries to meditate and also be spiritual cleansing. Scheduled ritual light incense to allow magical aroma. Yeah, normal, just incense. And protective digestive blue loose leaf tea by Tea Cakes of Yorkshire. And its ingredients are licorice, fennel, currant, rosehip, butterfly blue pea flower, hibiscus, star anise, nettle, jasmine, natural flavourings. Okay, well, I could already tell you there's no way I'm even trying that tea because I hate licorice. Hate licorice. The worst ever. And when you put it with fennel, which is also an awful taste for me, yeah, and add star anise on top of that, it's going to be strong. I mean, I can imagine, yes, I mean, it's a wonder ginger's not in there, to be honest with you. I can imagine that's going to be very good for digestive system. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to like that one, though. Because I hate fennel and I hate licorice. Okay, so the art print, which we've got there, which is by Stacey Victoria. I'll give you the full address now. So at Stacey Victoria Illustrations. So yeah, so at Stacey Victoria Illustrations. Who's done that one this month. Sawyer Pillar Candle. Always handy. Never had a grey one before. And a special gift. Okay. Now, I did mention the tea, didn't I? Completely forgot to put it back in the box. What am I on? I'm a silly man. So, yeah. So, this is the tea I'm never going near. Oh, God. I hate licorice. And then, obviously, the special gift, the Magical Intention notepad, which was given to us as a special extra from Deb and Ella. Bless them. So, yeah. So, fantastic. We got everything we need in the box this month. So, yeah. They've done really, really well. Fantastic job, Deb and Ella. I know you watch these videos, so thank you very much. No one's concerned that it's late. Anyone who does have an issue with it being late, then you can deal with me. Because the girls have done really proud. I mean, in this pandemic, I mean, it's a wonder that they even managed to get through this month with the amount of things that are going on in the world. It's nice to know that there's someone out there caring about us enough to go out of their way to work so hard to get this stuff done. Not only are they shipping to us and everyone around the world, and I can imagine, and you know, I'm sure they can't apologize enough that if you are in America, this is going to get to you a little bit later than January. There's just no doubt about it. It's going to happen. Like, whatever happens, that's how it is. You know, we're in the UK. It's a UK-based box. So to get to America usually takes a little bit longer than us anyway. But because of the delay, it's got to us the day before the last day of January. So chances are it's not going to get to America straight away, guys. So if you are watching this or you've noticed that this video is up, yeah, expect it to be a little bit late. It's not their fault. It's just they wanted the box to be perfect, and they had to wait for delays from other countries. So the box for me is always perfect. I have never ever been disappointed with Witch Casket. I remain to this day still not disappointed. It's a box I will carry on getting. I enjoy getting the box. It's really well themed. Everything's like planned out for you and sorted for you. Don't ever have to worry about anything at all. Everything's always explained well. This is a pretty self-explanatory box if you're a witch that's been going for a while. But the good thing about it, it's a nice little box. Protection is quite an easy one to display because, you know, the pentacle is one of the first things you should learn about in witchcraft, and it's the one that protects us. So you can't cast a circle without a pentacle. You know, you can't do any of that sort of stuff. You can't practice witchcraft without a pentacle. It's the main staple of your altar. It's the centerpiece. It has to be a pentacle. It's just how it is. So yeah, so I enjoyed this box. It was a great little box, and you know, fun to unbox. And I'm so excited this finally got here because I was getting worried. I thought it's not going to get here in time, but it has. So well done, Deb and Ella. So before I say goodbye, I'd like to say a big thank you for my new subscribers for this month. Thank you so much. I am getting people daily. It's so nice. Keep your comments coming because it's always nice if you've got any questions. I can answer, then I'm happy to do so. I've got some more unboxings coming for February. Got some nice little surprises coming. Some great news that I've had recently, which I was so excited about and so like unbelievably overwhelmed by what's coming. So yeah, so do watch out because I've got some great stuff coming for February. And of course another unboxing for Witch Casket, which is always great. I always look forward to it. And of course I've got hopefully some new stuff coming on my channel. For those out there, I've had who are interested, I have had a question recently from somebody who's new to the craft, and it's been a while since I've met anybody who is new to the craft. At least no one does tend to tell me if they are new. But I remember what it was like to be new myself, and it's hard to find your way, especially when the whole world is telling you one thing, that you have to be a certain way, or if you're in a family like I was, very, very religious, and they don't understand this kind of thing. They see it as a bad thing because it's seen as witchcraft is something evil in a way, and not seen as something that's good for you. It's dark, and the thing is that the world around us doesn't make life any easier when it comes to witchcraft, because you get as much as you get some great stuff out there on the internet. Like for instance, YouTube is perfect because there's so many of us out there that are telling you all about witchcraft and actually where it comes from, and it's where it stems from. There's books, there's TikTok, there is Instagram, there's Pinterest. There is so many outlets out there that can tell you the real story behind witchcraft, and it's very, 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 very important that you do go out there and find all the information you can. If you're new to witchcraft, find as much information as you can, and YouTube is perfect for it. There is a great community on here, great people that know what they're talking about. So yeah, so do have a look, because witchcraft is not dark in any way. No matter how much you watch social media and TV that tell you these movies and these TV shows like Sabrina that tell you that this comes from aligning yourself with the devil, it's not like that at all. It's so embellished. I mean, yes, Sabrina to some extent does give you some great information, and it does follow some great paths, and I could go on for ages, and I could probably do a whole nother video on this, but just be careful what you're watching and don't associate it always with us, because paganism, Wiccan, is a great nature-based religion that is all-inclusive, non-negative, and definitely is a religion that will always welcome everyone, and we do not discriminate, intimidate, or or single anyone out. Everyone's welcome. We don't care. Color, creed. We don't care about any of that, because you're a person in your own right, and and we send out love and light, and we don't discriminate. So please do not let the social media world let you know. And for those out there who are regular witches like myself, who have been doing this a while, please try not to put your ways upon people, because that's not what we're about. I've seen a couple of videos recently, and they disturbed me a little bit, because it was almost like a structure of, you have to do it this way. This is how pagans do things. This is how Wiccans do things. This is how witches do things, and that is not true. There are there are outlines that we follow, there are things that we do that tend to be the same regardless of what you do. There is an outline, but that does not mean that one witch's way of doing things is another witch's way of doing things. That does not mean that if somebody tells you this is the way it has to be, that is not true. I will never say to you, my way, my path is what you should be doing, because that is not true at all. I will always give you the information you need, or the ways and means to find the information you need. However, I'm never ever going to tell you this is how it's meant to be. This is what you have to do, because that is not true. Your path is your path. My path is my path. My path is nothing like anyone else's, because it never will be. I'm an individual person, and I will follow the path I feel is good for me and is right for me and what feels right in my heart. So I will never let anybody determine how I do my rituals, my spells, anyway. It's my way, and that's what's good for me. It works for me, and it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. So please do not always listen to somebody saying this is set in stone. It's not set in stone. It's your way. Rather than ranting on, because this was always meant to be just about an unboxing, it's just that it concerned me a little bit, because I've had some questions come in, and it worries me that these new people that are watching these YouTube channels and witchy tutorials, that they don't get the wrong idea. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly have enjoyed doing it. I always have a great time. Remember, guys, I love you all. And remember, no matter what happens in the world or where you are, what you're doing, you be you, and blessed be.